Previously, I did a video on making a hatchet a little bit better. It was this Craftsman one I had, and basically did it simple tools, hand file, sharpening stones here, and I used my Mora knife to just take off the varnish that was on it, and then used boiled linseed oil. So then I made a cover for it with leather. I have some old leather material that I have from just different projects, different leather rope, and also some leather string here. Wasn't extremely difficult. It was kind of fun doing it. This little kit here I grabbed from Walmart, and it has the instructions right on the back how to do it, and a little base that goes here along with this rod here that you use to actually put these snap clips in, and this way you can add your snaps in it. So one of the nice gentlemen commenters for this other video here explained about how this hatchet, now being so sharp, I made it like basically almost knife sharp, would possibly cut through here. So I added some more leather thick strip inside there to use basically to keep it from doing that. Now this hatchet here is, and you've probably seen hundreds of videos out there of the Harbor Freight $13 hatchet, and I'll put up a picture of it, what it looks like from the store itself. And in general, at first I'm thinking it was going to be really pretty crappy hatchet. I like it better than this one, to be honest. This one has a very heavy head to it, a shorter handle, and the balance is just off. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. The other thing I didn't like about this is that it only had a little wooden wedge in here, and I had seen in the past someone complain about this hatchet, the head coming loose. Harbor Freight one comes with these. You can see here these wedges, these round ones. I have a bunch of these that I use for other, axes, hatchets, whatever. So one of the first things I did was put one in here, just so it would be much better, so less chance of the head coming off. Which I probably won't even be using that hatchet anyway, because when I got this one from Harbor Freight, the longer handle, I took off some of the weight a little bit here just to kind of make it look a little bit better, and to take a little bit of weight off the head of that. Much better balance, longer handle, better to use as basically a small axe. To take this off, I just used an angle grinder, ground it all down, and once I got it all ground down, the hardest part was, if you saw in that picture I put up earlier, the Harbor Freight hatchet has this black, thick coating on it. And I even used a hard wire cup on my angle grinder to try to, to get the coating off. Wasn't coming off very well. Ended up using an actual grinder wheel on it and just got that all off. And you'll know that it's a $13 hatchet because you can see the pits and imperfections in the metal, and all they did was, that's probably one of the reasons they put that black coating on there, was to cover up a lot of those imperfections. The other thing was the back was humped up here too, and I ground that down nice and smooth and flat again, so if you want to use it as a hammer or whatever, it's a nice flat surface. Same thing I did with this one. Used my Mora knife, scraped down all the finish off of it, and then boiled linseed oil. I put leather wraps on here and here just to protect the handle, because that oftentimes gets whacked and chewed and beat up right below the hatchet heads. This particular one, I made a sheath here as well. Not anything super complicated. Did it just kind of like I did the other one. However, I didn't close it in as much as I did the other one, because this came with this nice little rubber cover. And again, this is super sharp now, but it's nice to have this to go over this, and then when it goes in the sheath, you don't have to worry about anything. And if you have some basic tools at home, you don't even really need to have that grinder if you don't want, because you can leave the black finish on it if you wanted to. I took it off. I prefer to have it off. Simple tool I have here is just a little awl, so I can actually cut through the leather, poke the holes through. I end up using sharpening stones. I have just a 3-piece set here. 600 grit, 260 grit, and 100 grit, just to fine sharpen the hatchets afterwards. Same thing did with the other one. Drilled the hole through the handle before I did a quick sand down on them, and then added in a quick little lanyard. That one is here is probably going to just sit over in the corner here, just sitting there with the bow and those arrows. End up being more of a decoration, I think. I just don't like the feel of that. I will use this a ton, I think. I will end up using this. I have a couple of the Fiskars, the orange handle hatchets. Those very small, very light. They don't work as well as I had planned and hoped it would work. This, I think, is going to be a really handy hatchet to have. So that's about it. It's pretty easy for you to do some of these projects on your own for fun, and you can start, like I said, with a very cheap hatchet. Stop into Harbor Freight, grab them for $13, and then just have some fun. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.